Hello everyone, I'm so happy. I'm so glad that I managed to do it. I finally released Soulbound after a year of hard work. I've been through a lot of stuff and I managed to power through all of it throughout this 1 year of working. And I finally released Soulbound, and I can't help but be grateful towards you guys because y'all read my book and I was just so happy, let me just pull this right here. Basically, Soulbound already surpassed Crazy After All, my previous manga, in the first day of publication. That's insane. Like, the first 9 hours, it already had surpassed Crazy After All. That just blows up my mind. It's insane to me to actually say this. I've been working on Soulbound for such a long time. I got through a bunch of burnouts. Then my mother died. Then my dad threatened to kill me. And then I was like living in a shelter. And then I came back. And now I'm working on manga again. So I just finished Soulbound, and I took 2 days off to for my break because I needed a break. And now I'm back working again, and I'm here to also announce that I'm working on a second manga. I'll talk a third manga actually, because it'll be my third. It's still part of the the trilogy that I talked about in the interval, the last interval. It's the second book of the trilogy. It's gonna be released weekly or bi-weekly. I'm not sure yet. If weekly becomes way too tiring for me, then it'll become bi-weekly. But I'm not worrying about this right now because I'll still be working full throttle, and there's one thing I want to tell you before we move on to my new manga. I had a lot of fun making Soulbound. I poured my life into Soulbound. Even though I made the script in 2-3 days, the entire script, and then I just kept on refining it as I was drawing the pages, and then I was uploading stuff, and I saw a lot of grammar mistakes after uploading Soulbound, and I had to fix them on the fly. It was terrible. It was not that great a day of the release, and there's still a couple grammar mistakes that I'll just let them be, okay? Because it's a manga, and I think it's funny that a manga has grammar mistakes, but you still can't understand it. And that's basically what I did. I'm just pretending my manga is Japanese and not fixing it. But anyways, what I want to tell you is that Soulbound is a part of me. It's like Crazy After All, sure, but it's even deeper than that. Not because it's longer, but because I actually poured a lot of my life and desires and things that I want to do into Soulbound. And it's an accomplishment for me to actually finish it and publish it and people like it. It's insane to me that people are liking it. I didn't know they would get this much traction, and I'm happy for it. What else can I tell you about Soulbound? Soulbound, well, if you don't know what Soulbound is, I'll briefly read the description of it for you. Soulbound is a story about a teenager strengthening his connection with his soul to achieve true freedom. The boy's challenged, tormented at every corner. Just how much can a tool serve until it breaks? That's the description of Soulbound. I think it's pretty decent, right? Right now, you're looking at the cover of Soulbound, the book. And this is the previous cover of Crazy After All, I'm so glad that I managed to pull this off, you know. Like, I have 2 manga under my umbrella right now. I can call myself a mangaka. Before creating Crazy After All, I didn't think of myself as a mangaka, even though I was making manga, because I didn't have anything published yet. So, you know, I have a lot of imposter syndrome, and I'm really depressed. So I was just like making myself feel shitty unintentionally, because I didn't have something to prove to myself that I'm a mangaka. So in the middle of creating Soulbound, I completely gave it a hiatus. And I don't know if you guys remember this, or like, probably not, but I entered the hiatus for Soulbound, but I kept on working on Crazy After All. And my whole thing with Crazy After All, the goal was, how fast can I make a manga? I had been working on Soulbound for like 8 months, 9 months or so, and then I decided to be like, okay, I've been working a lot, I've been burnt out, and this is taking too long to get released, right? Soulbound is taking way too long. So what the fuck am I gonna do? I have this imposter syndrome, and I want to fix it. So I'm gonna make a manga as fast as I can, publish it so I can feel better about myself. That's how Crazy After All came into making, and I decided to make it, and I managed to pull it off in a day. I created the whole manga in a day, which is insane, and demonstrated, like, it showcased my skills pretty well, because like I could pull this off. Even though the art was shitty, I could pull it off with the writing and with the right like decent art skills, you know, and people liked it, you know, and so I created Crazy After All. It's based on my life, really. Yeah, it's a very personal story. And so is Soulbound, which is also based on my life experiences and like things I wanted to have, like when I was a kid. Like, for example, Hanzo's mother, right, the main character's mother, is what I envisioned would be a good mother. What kind of person I would like to be my mother, you know. That's how his mother came into creation, you know. The father is just an average father, you know. He's a good father, but he's somewhat shitty, like most fathers are. And that's it. I think I've talked everything I wanted to talk about in relation to Soulbound and Crazy After All. So, what can I talk about my new series, right? I'm gonna... Okay, so about Unlawful, which is the name of my new series, my third manga. I told you, it's gonna be a weekly or bi-weekly manga. It's gonna have chapters and chapters. It's a different thing than what you're used to reading from me, which is one-shots. And this one is not going to be a one-shot. It's just going to be a series. It's going to be released, and I'm not sure if I'll begin working on the actual pages this year, but I will try to. And yeah, it's going to be releasing in 2026, the first chapter, of course. And I hope y'all like it. It's about like 2 detectives. They investigate cases, right? They're like freelance investigators, and they work together. They're like roommates, and they're best friends, and they train together. Like, it's a whole thing. It's based in Europe, and there's also magic in it, and like cult leaders and stuff like that. It gets really shonen-like, called Unlawful. The 2 things I want to achieve with Unlawful is, I want it I want to learn more about fashion and how to implement it into my manga and my characters. You know, like I want my characters to wear cool clothes and whatnot. In Soulbound and in Crazy After All, fashion is absent. There's no fashion. Like characters, they have the most basic of clothes on, and it's not even funny. It's not even good to look at. I want to change that, and for each, let's say, for each day that goes by in Unlawful, you will have the same characters with different clothing on, right? And we'll also display superheroes in the story. From chapter 1, from the get-go, you will see superheroes in costumes and stuff like that. After all, the entire Arieverse, the entire world is based in superhero stories. There's also magic. There's something called the Chronic Force, which gives you powers like randomly. There's a lot of stuff about this trilogy that you will get to learn as you read further into it. Besides fashion and improving my fashion sense, I will also incorporate martial arts into the book and the books that come after it as well, because I personally really liked martial arts. I've always liked them. I've done a bit of judo and jiu-jitsu growing up. I've done also a bit of Muay Thai. I just want to showcase how cool martial arts are, and I've created like a couple of fictional martial arts that aim to be practical, and they will be in the story as well. So you will have like mixes of different martial arts that are like fictional but still practical, and that's what I hope to achieve. It's gonna be sort of a hard goal to do, but to achieve, but I'm down. I think I'll struggle significantly more with this book than Soulbound. I mean, Soulbound, it's really different than Unlawful if you think about it. Unlawful, it's ominous, you know, it's more horrifying, but it's also more comedic. So yeah, Soulbound is more of like a coming of age story, and it's a slice of life with a bit of horror and a bit more of comedy, right? That's what Soulbound is. It's sort of basic in that regard, but Unlawful is way more intense. So it's more like Crazy After All, where you know it talks about more intense feelings and things like that, and showcases more intense stuff. The storytelling of Unlawful is really, really good. Like, I really like it, and I think that, you know, when I release it, the first chapter, I will just be so enamored with the chapter. I'll call the book my favorite manga ever, because that's just what it is. Unlawful is gonna be my best work so far. I can assure you that I'm improving in writing, at least, and I'll improve my drawing skills as well, as I will draw more martial arts based stuff and fashion as well. I will improve my fashion to a point where you will look at the characters and they'll be wearing like some really crazy stuff, you know, like some really insane stuff. And I really particularly love European designs, and dang, yeah. So Soulbound was based in Celestia, a fictional continent, while Unlawful is based in Europe, like I said. So, is there any differences? Well, yes, a lot. In Celestia, you don't have magic as you have in Europe. Magic is a whole different power system in Europe. It's a bit based on ReZero's power system, if you're familiar with it. That's where I got the inspiration from. But it's its own can of worms, to be honest. It's really interesting how magic works. I do think it's even more interesting than soul talking, right? Which is the ritual. Simply because in soul talking you have a lot of limited specific things that you need to do and limited things that you can do, while with magic you're your own limit, right? So your own limitations are how much you want to learn and how much effort you put into it. Yeah, I hope to explore more about magic in this series. It's really not the point of Unlawful. Unlawful is more of like a story that I want to tell, and it's gonna resonate with young adults rather than Soulbound, which was a coming of age story. You know, that's what I want to achieve with Unlawful. I also want Unlawful to be a greater thing than Soulbound, of course. If I could tell you something about it, I think it's gonna have about over 5 volumes or something. And I know it's gonna be really good. But I hope he gets the recognition for it. What else can I talk about Unlawful? Yeah, Unlawful is like one of my biggest stories to tell. Then after Unlawful, I plan on making Ragtag, which I had already began creating in 2024, but I stopped. I gave it a hiatus because I didn't think my art style was good enough to continue the story, and I didn't think my writing style was good enough at the time. Now it's better, but I don't think it's as bad or as best as it could be. It's gonna get much better, and when I'm ready, when I finish Unlawful, I'll begin working on Ragtag again. And Ragtag is gonna be much longer than Unlawful. You see sort of like a pattern here. Like Crazy After All was like 10 pages long. Soulbound is like 100 pages long. I can see a pattern. Like Unlawful is gonna be at least like 5 times longer, and Ragtag is just gonna be basically the same, like way longer actually. I don't even think I'll be able to make Ragtag before I die. That's how long it is, and how like pessimistic I am about life. Like, sure, like if I have like 5 more years to make Ragtag and Unlawful, I'm pretty sure I could pull it off. It's just that I don't know, I'm kind of not mentally stable right now. Anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed Soulbound and my Crazy After All and the future things that I'm gonna publish. The Patreon has about 165 posts right now. Same with Ko-Fi. If you want to check it out, if you want to subscribe, support me, go ahead and do it. It's just $3. Since we've hit 150 posts on Patreon and Ko-Fi, and we've also released Soulbound, I feel like there's something important to do. So I'm gonna come up with an interval video or something else, something special. I like these interval videos because they're quite special, you know. That's why I'm making this video, because I want to thank you guys for all the support. But also I want to make another one that will be more befitting of a celebration. And that's because I don't really have a lot of things to do right now. I've been writing Unlawful already. I have about 2 chapters that have already been written, and I'll keep on going till I hit 1 volume. And once I've written an entire volume, then I'll begin drawing the pages for it. You know, like first the concept art and then the pages. I'm glad that I'm still alive to experience this, you know. The last thing I want to tell you guys, I really would love to print these books. I'm not capable of doing that right now. I don't have a printer. I don't have the money to buy a printer, and I can't just simply like go to like a local shop and get it printed out to sell it to you guys, or to just like even deliver it to you guys. It's a lot of cost, and I can't cover the cost at all. But I really want to be able to do that one day, and you know, I'll probably try to see if I can contact a publisher and they can publish the book or something. Maybe that will get it off of Manga Plus and my website. But I think it's worth it. If I get like an income out of this, it's gonna be really interesting. And I think Soulbound has the potential to actually sell a lot. So yeah, I'll try to contact publishers and see if they're interested in Soulbound. I have a list of them, so I'll try all of them. And if they all reject me, it's fine. I'll keep on making manga, and I don't know, see where it goes. Really, making manga is the only thing like I'm good at, really. Yeah, so it's the only thing I can do, and the only thing that I've put enough effort to be happy and also be wanting to do it, you know. So yeah, this is my everything. The story, they're part of me. The characters, they're a part of me, and I love them, and I cherish them because they're, you know, they're alive. I've brought them to life, and I'm glad that I'm their creator. And yeah, if you like Soulbound or Crazy After All or me, my artwork, consider sharing it, please. It's like I want to see this go farther, you know, and get farther and farther, and maybe we can like find, and maybe we can, you know, like collab with some creators or some mangaka, like do some crazy stuff with other people, you know, and maybe Soulbound will be a success one day or something. I don't know. I don't like to think about it because, you know, like if 10 years from now nothing comes out of it, I'd be like super depressed. So I don't like to think about it, so that I don't get, you know, so that I don't get disappointed by it. But well, that's pretty much it. If you're interested in Soulbound, if you're interested in Crazy After All, go to Manga Plus or go to my website down here. In the description of this video, there is my link tree where you can find all of my links. So you can find my website there. You can't find Manga Plus. I'll add it though, because I just realized that I don't have it there, but I will add it. So you can either choose the official Manga Plus website or just read it off my website. I recommend you read it on Manga Plus, because it's like the layout is like prettier. But well, I went to graphic design school, so my website doesn't look like shit. But yeah, read it however you want. And I don't know, let's try to make this more famous or something. let's reach more people with Soulbound and all of my manga and stuff like that. I really love your support, and I'm signing off. See you next time.